Alright, hey guys, what is going on? It is Intelligent Psycho back in here with another stream, and this time I'm going to be talking about Sabrina Carpenter's new album entitled Man's Best Friend, which will be out, I believe, on August the 29th. And I will also be talking about another artist in here, and both of these pop artists are going to it's going to run into my it's gonna run into my little theme, just my thoughts volume series too. I'm gonna talk about that, but mainly it's gonna go into this fold here. But anyway, let me talk about the album, Man's Best Friend, and from Sabrina Carpenter. And this is, of course, from between Espresso and taking our playlist, Man Child racing #1 on Spotify and the Sold Out Arena tour that will now run until Thanksgiving. Sabrina Carpenter has made a full victory lap mode, and she isn't slowing down. Less than a year after Short and Sweet won 2 Grammys and soared up the charts, the singer has confirmed a brand new LP, Man's Best Friend, arriving August the 29th. Carpenter revealed that the news that with a playfully provocative Instagram carousel, the first slide shows all of her fours in a little black dress while suited in arm tugs around her hair, and the second slide zooms in on the powder blue collar engraved with the phrase "man's best friend." The imagery came from a tongue-in-cheek hint that the album might explore themes of loyalty, sexual power dynamics, and it's also a reminder that pop's reigning mischief maker still has plenty of tricks up her sleeve. And below every detail we have so far, here are the release details of what the man-child signals about the singer's next chapter. And what does the artwork look like? Of course, here's the artwork here. Basically, she's like leans into a canine pun of the album cover art online. Of course, the album got pushed back from as far as the cover art with like where her looking like a canine pun. And after some online pushback over original image, and she unveiled a second version on June the 25th to subtly respond to the backlash. The image features an embracing man, a stark contrast and a leash-centric visual of her previous cover, and she captioned on Instagram announcement that here is the alternate cover approved by God and a wink to her critics. Well, I'll get to that later because it don't show that. But on August the 8th, revealed that another edition of the album cutter, writing on Instagram, the final alternate of the cover of Man's Best Friend, features such special bonus track, such as Such a Funny Way, available only on vinyl. And here's the other edited of the album cover. Okay, and of course, here's the 12 songs that's going to be on the album, entitled Man Child, Tears, My Man on Willpower, Sugar Talking, We Almost Broke Up Again Last Night, Nobody's Son, We Never Getting Laid, When Did You Get Hot, Go Go Juice, Don't Worry, I'll Make You Worry, House Tour, and Goodbye. And yeah, these are all the songs that's going to be on there. Of course, she said that it was weighed down by others' expectations. I guess she wasn't feeling it. She said she's living in the glory and hearing hearing or knowing about it, and so basically she's not caring about certain other individuals who may not feel where she's coming from with the record. Um, but yeah, my thoughts about this album is like, I mean, coming off of the highly publicized and very experimenting pop sounds and pop escapes on what she did with Short and Sweet. She became the bigger pop sensation last year, won 2 Grammy Awards. She took home Album of the Year. Actually, yeah, she had took home Album of the Year. She was absolutely just an absolute sensation. She definitely did her thing from where she came from. And then also, I went back and listened to her catalog, Singularity Act Part 1 and Part 2, and that was from 2019 and 2020. And I kind of realized that she's very talented, and she's very talented as a vocalist. She's very talented as an artist. She kind of mixes a lot of hybrid pop and a lot of country, in her songs, and she also kind of has a lot of a dance hall feel too. I can tell that from just the way that she likes to get on a lot of tracks. She really fits that kind of aesthetic from those subgenres as well. I really do like that about her. I think that gives her a bit of uniqueness and creativity. I also like the fact that she's very expressive. She's very eccentric. She's very emotionally attached to a lot of just current relationship that she has and past relationships at her, at her age. And she really is just about really giving our audience something sufficient. Another thing that I really thought about when seeing seeing the album, seeing the album title and the cover, um, she basically kind of held like a canine on a leash, and the controversy surrounding that record. Again, like I can understand why certain people have have an issue with that, and I can see why it will be a kind of an issue with that, with the cover, and plus with the way shit that she was held in that cover. But I guess it's more I think it's gonna be more of a bigger theme and a bigger message when you hear the album, because I feel like that she's got a lot more to say. And even from the title tracks, I cannot wait to hear songs like I can't not wait to hear songs like My Man Is on Willpower, and definitely Nobody's Son, and of course Don't Worry, I'll Make You Worry. I think those tracks will probably be the ones I think that'll be the ones that's gonna be the standouts. Um, another thing that really kind of makes me another thing that really kind of makes me another thing that really kind of makes me interested to hearing this album is I really want to hear exactly where I want to exactly hear how where she's grown and where she's gonna and where her overall like state as an artist is gonna be, and where it's gonna be imposed. I really think that she's gonna give us something that's very outgoing, it's very outtake. So I think that that's gonna be something that's there. All right. And also, I believe for me, was what I for and also for what I believe was gonna be on this album. Well, for what I believe about the album, what I feel like it's gonna sound like, it's definitely gonna be a lot of more mainstream, a lot more pop, a lot more pop aesthetics, and I feel like she's gonna head in a more direction of I feel like she's gonna head more of a direction of like I can see her going to a pop rock version aesthetic. I can see her going to that route in that direction on this album. Because I feel like she's gonna be one of those artists that really feels like she's gonna genre bend. One of these pop acts gonna really genre bend and kind of go all over, but at the same time, uh, talk about more of more and up. Like I said, a lot more. It's gonna be more upbeat, a lot more up tempo in this one. I feel like the last album, Short and Sweet, is more slower, slow down, slow tempo, and uh, and I really think it's gonna be a lot more message driven. I feel like she's gonna be a lot more heavier driven, and I think it's gonna be a lot of themes as far as more empowerment, more more her self empowering, more female empowerment. It's gonna be more of an empowerment anthem, but it's gonna be more upbeat and more up tempo from what I think the album is gonna probably sound like, and what I'm gonna hear. Because after hearing the single Man Child, I was really enthused. I was really enthralled with it. I really liked the way that she gave off uh, just 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 those kind of more riveting, more more catchier, but at the same time, very straightforward, just straightforward, a straightforward messaging. And also when she talks about the album, where she said it wasn't written in the first place, of how can I one up myself, how can I recreate something else, reflecting on the breakout, on her breakout with Short and Sweet. She added the earlier to her earlier album, her connected with herself creatively. It fed me a lot of people in the world. It felt true to me, and it felt authentic, and it authentic to a lot of other people. It is rare that it's lined up ever, let alone more than once, and unlock my brain to know myself more and more. So I got the feeling that this album is gonna be. I got the feeling that she's a lot. She Short and Sweet. She was a lot more reflective, and I felt like she was. It felt like she said, she was more connected with herself. I feel like in this one, this is more or less. Like I felt from what I heard from what I heard from Man Child, it was more distant, more cognizant, more distant away from a lot of her past relationships, and then what she's moving forward now in her own life. You was oh hey, what is my favorite song off of Short and Sweet? Um, Probably Espresso is probably my favorite song on there. All right, so comment. Hey guys, if you guys are watching, what do you think about Sabrina Carpenter's album, Man Child? What you think it's gonna sound like, and how are you gonna and if you're gonna listen to it when it comes out on August the 29th? And what are your thoughts and what are your feelings about it? What are your thoughts about the title tracks, about the songs? So let me know down in the comment section about that, or let me know in the chat room here. Um, as I'm gonna get to go into my next topic, real quick before I get on out of here. All right, let me see. All right, guys. So with that being said, primarily one of the, if not the biggest pop star in the world, Taylor Swift, just announced her album and everything we need to know about about her album's life of a showgirl. So I'm gonna get to that. So and here's the album cover. On the podcast, Swift explained about the album title "Life of the Showgirl." This represents the end of my night. So when I'm on tour, I'm on the same day every single day. I have the same day every single day, and my day ends with me in the bathtub. Not usually on the bedazzled dress. In the bedazzled dress, she continued. I wanted to sort of like a glamorize in all different aspects of how that tour left, and that's how that felt to be at the end of the night when all of this has gone down. You won't be able to get to bed till 4 in the morning after this, but you have to jump through 50 million hoops in this obstacle course that is your show, and you did it. You got two more in a row, but you did it tonight. And the reason that I had sort of like an offstage moment is that main as the main album cover is because this album isn't really about what happened to me on stage. It's about when I'm going through all stage. So I didn't want to have the lights are bright and I'm on the stage as the main album cover. It's just this to me feel tells more of what the actual content lyrically of the album are. Shortly after her podcast appearance, she also shared a trio of alternate covers for the limited release deluxe CD, which is available on her site for only 72 hours. Here's the other editions of the Life of a Showgirl album. The Friday edition, you had to go to Instagram to look at that. And on August 18th, Swift unveiled another limited edition alternate cover. Again, you can't see that. So when is the release date for that? Is the album drops on October the 3rd, notably 2 days before She was on. I also forgot to mention to you guys. She was on the Kelsey brothers, Travis Kelsey and Jason Kelsey's podcast, where she revealed the album title and the cover art. Before Kelsey's birthday on October 5th. Pre-orders are now available on our website, and this will lead up to this month's new eyes. Eagle Eye fans have spotted some hints that the new music is coming. In May, Swift shared a letter on her official site celebrating that she now owns the masters to her entire discography, a milestone she described as the best thing that has ever been ours. Notably, the letter contains, the phrase "I was this close with 12 eyes," prompting fans to see a link through her 12th studio album. According to Intrigue Taylor Nation, the singer's official fan engagement account has been hosting listening parties for each of her past albums in chronological order. Some hypothesized the rollout was counting down to a major announcement. And Taylor Swift revealed that it's going to be 12 songs on Life of the Showgirl. From track 1, The Faith of Ophelia. Elizabeth Taylor, track 2. Opalate, track 3, Father Figure. Eldest Daughter, Ruin the Friendship. Actually Romantic, Wish List, Wood, Cancelled, Honey. And of course, the title track, track 12, Life of Showgirl with Sabrina Carpenter. With a dozen tracks, Showgirl is Swift's shortest album, and her past projects have ranged from 1989's 13 tracks to Tortured Poets 31. And when did Swift write the album? She said the Life of Showgirl took shape while Swift was on the Eras tour in Europe, which ran the spring and summer of 24. She revealed on New Heights. She added, and so basically we never actually made an album before where it's just the three of us, and there are no other collaborators. It's just three of us making a focus album. She was talking about it with her and Max Martin, Shellback, and of course herself. We hadn't worked together in like 7 or 8 years. She continued. They're just geniuses in different avenues. And she was talking about our New Heights on the New Heights podcast when they made the songs and singles, We Were Never Ever Getting Back Together, I Knew You Were Trouble, Blake Space Styled, and Wildest Dream to be exact. They're geniuses in different avenues. She added in different ways. She recalled telling Martin, I essentially said to him, I want to be proud of an album, and I am in the Eras tour, and for the same reasons. And she later said that the album just comes from like the most infectiously joyful, wild, dramatic place, and I was in life. So that and Everences has come through in this on this record. And as for the theme and life of the showgirl, Swift explained, I would say is everything that's going beyond the curtain. Her main goal is the album to create melodies that were so infectious that you're almost angry at it, and the lyrics and were just as vivid but crisp and focused and completely intentional. All right, so don't want to go too long winded. So yeah, from me when it comes to Taylor Swift's Life of a Showgirl record and her announcement on the New Heights podcast and the track revealing and the album cover, this album is gonna be a lot more of her finding her calling to me. Like when she talks as much as she feels like this is a coming out party. This feels more like a coming out like a show. Like it feels like it's gonna be a lot more effort and it's gonna be a lot more work into, you know, getting much into more vivid and descriptive imagery in her lyrics. Um, it's gonna be a lot different than what she did on Midnights and Torture Poet Departments for me. That's what I feel like it's gonna be at. It's gonna be different. And what I mean, it feels like she's gonna really get into a lot of, you know, outer range topics. She's gonna get a lot more storytelling than I've ever seen from her before, and I feel like this could be probably one of her better works, in my opinion. Cause I wasn't really in love with Torture Poet Departments. I felt like the production was a bit too dry and stale and slow, and didn't feel as much. It was as much effort, you know. The writing, I feel like it's probably some of her best writing that she's done, but I feel like as far as the production, I feel like the production didn't match the tone as much of on her writing, as far as her writing goes. And I feel like when she's getting producers back from Max Martin and Shell back, I think that will probably give her the best avenue to really go into where she really wants to go with it, as far as just feeling more vulnerable and feeling a lot more personal. But I feel like this again, it's gonna be a lot more personal. It's gonna be a lot more vulnerable than even what she was doing on Evermore and Folklore. I feel like this is gonna be a lot more personal. It's gonna be a lot more downwards, more down forward, and more down to earth kind of feel. And I definitely feel like it's gonna be a lot more personal, a lot more vulnerable than Torture Poets. I feel like it was kind of more or less kind of scratching the surface. I feel like this is gonna be a lot more involved. So I feel like I'm gonna really enjoy this album. I feel like I'm gonna really enjoy what she's gonna say, and I can't wait to hear what she's gonna say on here. It's gonna be something that's there, and it's gonna be something that's gonna be more fitting. It's gonna be very very fitting. Let me get to the comments. I forgot. Oh, we was talking about when I talked about Sabrina Carpenter's album a little bit. He said a parental Pado music. Personally, I didn't love Man Child, but short and sweet. But in short and sweet, I like the besides the B sides better as well. So we'll see. I'm sure it'll be an exciting first listen. Oh yeah, yeah. I definitely think it's gonna definitely be an exciting first listen. It's definitely gonna be very very intriguing for me. Sabrina knows how to really grab the audience, and her concert performance is really special. But yeah, getting back to like I was saying with Taylor Swift's album, Life of a Showgirl. Yeah, this is gonna be something that's very very fitting. It's gonna be very hard hitting. I cannot wait to hear it. I definitely am gonna enjoy this one. It's gonna be something that's it's gonna be well put together and well effort. Yeah, I like the rollout cover of what she did with this. Yeah, I'm gonna feel this one. I'm really gonna like this album. I definitely had that feeling from the not only from the title tracks, from the cover, but what she really is expressing. I think I'm gonna really enjoy this one. Um, but yeah, those are just my thoughts about both of these announcements and titles. Um, yeah, and thank you guys for commenting and watching and liking and sharing. It really helps the channel out. Yeah, and that's all I got to say about both of these albums. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section down below. And I will be heading on out of here. Thank you all for watching. And peace.